The more you read, the less you have to guess. Let's write down what we want to do. So we want an app that allows customer to order the pizza they want. Customer should see a list of pizzas and the price. Customer should be able to add the pizza and click order. Let's cut some pizza. JavaScript is a language. Don't be scared of JavaScript. JavaScript is very flexible. JavaScript is your friend. It's not magic. Don't be scared of JavaScript. A bit complicated. Quite a bit complicated. Next time we'll start making it a bit prettier. So this is the basic. It's more or less a menu. We will see how many tiny details you can add on something like that. But the main structure, that's what we want. Let's ask ChatGPT for a list of pizza. I'm using Chatbox because I don't want to pay the full ChatGPT 4 interface. I use it very, very little in reality. And the other thing is, since I use API calls, I can share with friends the same API key. As long as I'm happy to pay for close friends, it's okay. So write a list of pizzas and prices with ingredients in JSON format as an array. Ingredients. Is it going to work? Let's see. Let's see. A GPT-4. Oh, it does. It's beautiful. Hawaiian. I have to say the Hawaiian pizza is good. I know I will. I will risk to start a fight against Italians, but Hawaiian pizza is good. So const pizza list is equal to this. Oh, so nice. So nice. Okay, so the first part of the exercise is we want to display all of those. And it's true I didn't show you how to display an array of things, but let's see it here. And well, it's the internet. I mean, if you're looking at this video, I did explain it already, so you can have a look. It is JavaScript in reality, but it's JavaScript used for React, so I can understand if you're not used to this way, it might seem strange. So let's start by showing the list of pizzas. Much better. So remember, anytime, Command-Shift-P if you're a Mac, and you see this arrow. If your shortcut doesn't open with the arrow, you can always add the arrow, and then you can search for any command you want and hit enter if you want the first one, or up and down. This is very nice VS Code. I suggest you format your code automatically once in a while. Okay. So we have our div, we got a new line, H2. H1 semantically makes sense. Our pizzas, much better than menu. And then we want to make a list. I'm not using a list. I understand semantically it's not nice, but styling is a lot nicer. Maybe we already have Tailwind, so we can just have a look at the Tailwind documentation about how to style a list nicely. But for now, we want to map our pizza. So I'm adding curly brackets, which means I enter in the JavaScript world. What I want to do is for every pizza, I want to generate a standardized format. So pizza list.map. I use map because it will return the element. If you think of it, a component is a function that returns JSX, and a map allows me to put a function that returns JSX. Now, pizza list is a bad name because it doesn't use a plural and it's more than one pizza. So it's a pizzas list. Let's just say it's pizzas. So it's clear there's an array and it's clear there's more than one. And now I can write pizza here. And for every pizza, I can write the name. Why it doesn't like it? I have no idea.
Here I'm just thinking what's wrong with me.
I never make this mistake when I'm coding alone, but I do make this mistake when I'm doing exercises. So curly brackets do not return. So if I want to use curly brackets, I need to manually write the return. And if I don't use curly brackets, I can use round brackets, and now I don't need to write the return. They are equivalent. The important thing is when you see that nothing comes to screen is probably because you forgot to return. I have my list of pizza. Let's see in Tailwind how to style a bit nicer. So we want to work on layout, so we will look at layout, container, and container generates what keep our page in check. So let's see what happens if I add a class container. Notice class gives an error. I don't know why React chose it, because class is a dedicated word in JavaScript. You should not use it in JSX. Preact didn't make this choice, but React did, so you have to write class name. Every time you want to write a class, you need to write class name. Now, at least, it's not at the very edge, which I like it. Much, much nicer. So I have my list of pizza. What I can look is flex of elements. So I want a flex that goes vertically. Now, another nice thing is once you start understanding how Tailwind works, you realize that is very, very close to HTML. So after a while, you will start guessing. You see that everything flex related starts with flex. So you can easily go here, inspect the element. And if you never noticed, in here, you can add a class manually. So in here, I can start with flex, and it gives me the option that I have, which is flex and flex column. And so flex column is probably the right one. So div class name flex column. Okay. So I want pizza and I want, let's write the ingredients under the pizza. And next to it, let's write the price. Pizza.price. So because I want those two on the left and this one on the right, exactly like it is on a menu. The reason why I generally do exercises which are obvious is because you know how a menu is made. So it's the easiest. Now, this will not work because I just violated the first rule of JSX. I need a single child. And while I'm be tempted to use a div, I can totally use a div. I can also use a fragment. Well, probably a div is fine. Okay, so now the problem is I want the price on the right. So if this one is flex column, this one is flex row. That's why I like Tailwind, is fairly obvious. And I think I need to add class flex to make it work. So flex column and flex row. Okay, now the other problem is I want the prices to be aligned. So I see here, and I'm sure there is a way to say standard size. So the easy thing is find an example that makes sense. So this is a way to fix size. Okay, basis 1/4. And in my case, I guess I want this one to take 3/4. Will it work? Yes. Maybe I need a bit less, but keep in mind, screen should work on many sizes. And yes, I can go down into details and blah, blah, blah. But I think it's fine for now. Maybe we will shorten the entire container later on if we want to improve. And the other thing, I want our pizza to be a bit nicer. Now, again, I go here and I go on typography. I go here and I go on typography, and then I actually select typography, but not the plugin. Anyway, font size. So I have text XL or 2XL, depending on how big I want to do it. I can go here and I would say that I want these to be text to XL and text center. Much better, much better. Maybe I can add a bit of space in between those and make this one nicer. So to add a bit of space, we add a margin bottom of 6. Perfect. And this one looks weird. Why? This one looks weird because it's an array. And in the moment in which I put pizza.ingredients like this, it's taking that array and is joining it with nothing, which is a bit ugly. Pretty much is outputting the entire array as a single string. So to decide that, of course I can do a map if I need, but I can simply just join myself with comma and space, which is what I would expect. Again, this is JavaScript. Joining by comma and space is JavaScript, but you might not think of doing it here. You can do a lot of nice things in React. Okay, and the other thing, maybe I want to add a bold to this. So class name equals italic. So font bold. Okay, and I don't know, shall we put maybe the price a bit bigger? Class name text to XL. Yeah. And maybe we want to add euros so it looks a bit nicer after or before. Let's put dollars. So dollars go on the left and there's no American. They're like, oh my God, I don't understand this pricing. We need to add a way for the user to add it. We can say you can click anywhere, or we can add a small plus sign. I would say small plus sign, like just a plus. Like this, maybe with a tiny bit of space, margin right 2. Yeah. Easy. And I think if you want the cursor to change, you can say cursor pointer. Yep, perfect. So you see the hand, you know that you can click there. And the idea is when you click here, it needs to add it somewhere. And now we are in the hard part of the exercise, the data structure. So let's close it now and let's code some pizza.